In this video, I'm going to introduce C-frames, and the C-frame is a data type that contains information about position and orientation. Parts, models, characters all have C-frames. This little guy here has a C-frame, and I'm going to use it to teleport him from this lobby to my map, right? I have a blue map and a green map. As soon as I touch this, boom, I am at the map. I changed the C-frame's position and orientation so that I could face the boss. Boom. There's no boss fight. This is about teleporting in C-frames. Anyway, I thought that'd be kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get a fresh world and learn about the C-frame and do some teleporting from lobbies to maps. So here's an empty base plate. Let's go ahead and delete the base plate because I want to make a lobby and some maps. I'll put a part here. This is going to be my lobby. Say lobby. I'm going to position it right under my spawn location. So I shall go to, let's do size first before we do position. I'll make this, 50 by 1 by 50. You can make it whatever size you want. I have collisions off. That's why it's absorbed inside the spawn location. Let's change our position to 0, -0.5, and 0. Now it looks a little bit better. Also, do not forget to anchor it. There it is, anchored. If you don't anchor it, you're going to fall through the floor. So let's make sure that this collisions is off. Control D. This is going to be my map. I'm going to call this, I'll just call it map, right? And then we'll put it in models for the different map names. This map is going to be blue. Yeah, it's cyan. Let's do our cyan. Electric blue, that's better. Let's move that thing over. Let's move that map over. On the Z, we'll move it left. So that's negative Z axes. Maybe negative 100 studs. And it didn't take. Hold on a second. Negative 100, enter. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Cool. So my spawn source is going to be here. My destination is going to be here. I should say my teleport source. Let's make a destination location. All right, we'll call this dest. Dest for destination. I'll make the size 1 by 1 by 1. I actually don't even need the part. I just need the position, but I'm going to put a part there for a placeholder. Let's see. The position, the map, the X on the map is 0, so we can center it by doing that. And then I'm going to move it up 4 studs because we're going to be teleporting to that point and we don't want to teleport half stuck into the floor. So I'm moving it up a little bit. This one, I'll just make this an even negative 100. That's going to center my destination. And you could do it anywhere, right? You don't have to be as precise. Cool. Let's make that anchored. Can collide off so we don't bump into it or run into it. And then we'll make it invisible too. Transparency 1. Sweet. All right, let's make it as a model. So let's get our map, our dest, right click, group. We'll call this blue map. And let's go over here and get a source pad for the teleportation. There we go. That's going to be our source. We'll make it electric blue, just like everything else. That's color. Let's go to brick color. Where's my electric blue? There it is. Cool. Let's change the size, maybe 10 by 1 by 10. Position's fine, right? You can just move it a little bit. Source, I'm going to move that into the blue map because it is associated with the blue map. We're going to need a script. Let's go to the blue map model. Plus script. I'm going to call this teleport. Teleport. Cool. Let's get some variables. All right, we're going to need our source, right? That's the actual portal that we're going to go through. That's going to be script.parent.source. And then we're going to need our destination for our teleportation. Script.parent.dest. And what else? Nothing. Let's make a function, local function on touch. This is for the source. We'll say other part So we'll go down here, source touched, connect, connect, on touch, get rid of those 2 extra parentheses. When we hit our source part, we're going to get that, this is going to be called, and then we are going to be able to get a hold of our C-frame by first checking to see if there's a humanoid root part associated with the other part. So other part might be a hand or a foot. It might not be that. It might be something else. We'll say other part.parent, possibly a character, find first child that's a humanoid root part. So humanoid root parts are special parts on our characters that have a C-frame associated with it, right? That's what we need. So we have to check to see if it's there. So if the HRP exists, then humanoid root part C-frame is going to be, we're going to make a new C-frame. We'll say CFrame.new. And what are we going to put in here? Remember, we need position and orientation. Well, position is going to be the destination dot position. But we're going to have a default orientation. What is the default orientation? It is going to be looking, see that Z there? It's going to be looking to the left if you're on the Z axis. So you're going to be looking negative down the Z axis. You're going to be looking this way, 180 degrees away from your lobby. Let's try it out. That took some trial and error. And then finally I read it. Boom. See that? We're looking down the negative Z axis. All right. How do we change that? Let's pretend there's a boss somewhere here. Let's put him on the corner or something weird. All right. Let's go over, and our boss is going to be a block. Boom. That's the boss. We'll call this boss. Make it a capital B because it's a boss fight, right? Put this in the map. Now go back to your teleport in your map, and we're going to call this focus. Script.parent.boss. All right. If you want your C-frame oriented so that you're looking in a position, just make the position the second argument. So I'm going to say focus position is going to be the direction we're looking. So this is where we're going. This is the direction we're looking. That's pretty convenient. Let's go ahead and do this. C-frames are kind of complicated, but you can learn a few recipes where you don't really have to understand them that well and still be able to do a lot with it. Look at that. We're looking right at our part. Cool. One more thing about the C-frame. We can what do you call it? Add or translate. We can translate our position by adding a vector 3 new. So let's say I want to drop down 20 studs. This is the X, this is the Y, this is the Z. If I add a vector 3 to a C-frame, then it just moves it by that much, whatever you put in here. So if I go ahead and play it again, I'm going to drop down 20 studs. And boom. There we go. And I'm still looking in my right position. It just translated me on the axes a little bit. Cool. You know what? And we don't even really need these. We only need the position. So if I went like this, I got boss, and I just wanted to look at his position, I could just copy that and put that in here. But I don't want to hard code that in there because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, right? I want to duplicate my map. I'm going to say, click this map, Control D to duplicate. Let's go ahead and move this over. And let's see, where should we put it? Well, you know what we'll do? We'll rotate this. Ha, that's pretty good. Then we can just move this like that. Sweet. And that's about the same. All I have to do is rename this. I don't have to do anything, actually. It'll still work, but it won't be interesting. We need to make it like a little bit different. Let's say green map. Oh my gosh. Green map. All right. And then the boss will be the same. destination is invisible. Map itself, let's make it green. Let's use the brick color. I'm better with brick colors. There we go. And then our source, we need to make that a matching color. Look at that. We already got another map. Hit play and the teleporter will work. Let's do it. Boom. Look at that. Look at that, our boss. Drop 20 studs. Perfect. Anyway, that's pretty handy. Of course, when we make lobbies, we're going to make them more sophisticated than that, but it's a great way to get up and running and understand some of the basics of it. And C-frames are going to be very important to know as you get better and better at Roblox.